Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahabhiryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhet Tamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha Hari Om Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyavilakshanam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavaतीतं Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vighnopashantaye. Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpattyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Om Namah Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. New setup today. Every day we are trying how to improve our setup and everything else. Today, I will start explaining with Sutra number 64. Sutra number 64. Yesterday we started, and yesterday word by word meaning also we saw. So yesterday's main theme was that what we have to do and what we should not do in the spiritual. So we saw we have some basic impulses inside, some tendencies inside. I will not tell that this is lower tendency or higher tendency. I will not go into the comparison. But some tendencies are there, some impulses are there. What creates overexcitement inside us, which is non-conducive in this path. That should be understood. Now, anyone can ask that those tendencies are basic instinct. Then if we suppress it, then it may create some problem inside, because modern psychology says like that. The thing is, this is not suppression. This is not restraining by force. The better word is sublimation. अगर मैं हिंदी और संस्कृत का कंपाइल करके बोलूं तो किसी चीज का अवदमन नहीं, दिव्यायन। कोई भी लोअर टेंडेंसी का और एनी टेंडेंसीज विच इज जो हमारा इस पथ का अनुसारी नहीं है, उसका अवदमन नहीं। With a lot of correct understanding, उत्तरन और दिव्यायन means not suppression, divinifying. Divinifying the things is the main thing. Then in Sutra 64, we start with Abhimana Dambha Adikam Tyajyam. Those are also the big hindrances in our spiritual life and social life. Actually, for a spiritual practitioner, there is no as such social life. For the worldly people, they divide it into some few parts. That this is social life, worldly life, transactional life, this is spiritual life. But in the path of love, who are really lover, pure lover, for them, everything is spiritual life, under the spell of spiritual life. So that is the thing over here. So in that things, our ego and self-pride both are very, very dangerous. If I speak from the world standpoint, in worldly life, in social life, and in spiritual life. Nowadays, in every family there is problem, separation. It was in the Western society that brothers will be separated, son and parents will be separated. Then the culture of divorce. Today someone else loved someone else. Tomorrow marriage. Third day separation, going for divorce. The 90%, 95% of the audience are very older than me or older than me. They know better than me regarding the social life and world life. In my age also, in my childhood, I never heard these sort of things very common, that divorce, separation. It was a very nice family structure. I'm not going that what is the good and what is the bad and everything else. What is the root cause of breaking the culture? It was, whether it is good or bad, it was our culture. And we have seen the many good effects of that. If we start discriminating ego and selfishness, just think, ego and selfishness. the power of adjustment is going day by day. In each and every family, it's a part and parcel of the family life that there should be some conflicts. There should be some conflicts. But if I consider my family, my parents never thought that they will go for divorce. My grandparents even did not have the concept of divorce. Yes, they suffered. They suffered. Because suffering is the basic nature of samsara, of household life or worldly life. For betterment of life who are getting separated, can they tell that are they not suffering? The dimension of suffering has been shifted. Suffering is there. But as a whole, we lose our power of adjustment. When Tapavonji Maharaj was very sick and our Pujya Gurudev had a lot of devotees, Tapavonji Maharaj was in Uttarkashi uphill. Still now there is not lot more facilities regarding the health issues. Think about 50 years back, 60 years back, 70 years back. Nothing was there. But Delhi was our capital, so our Gurudev, when prayed to his Guru, Tapovanji Maharaj, that I want to bring you down to Delhi for the better treatment. He asked that question to our Pujya Gurudev, to his disciple. Can you assure that in Delhi people don't die? That is the maturity. To express our ego, to express our everything else, self-pride, and we are becoming so selfish that we are not hesitating to break our social bonding, to assure our selfish happiness. But a matured person always thinks that yes, I am suffering. May I assure that if I am separated, there will be no sufferings. So that is why that 64th sloka is the, or sutra is the sign or symptoms of spiritual maturity. Spiritual maturity. Abhimana, dambha, adikam, tyajyam. Ego, self-pride, selfishness, and all other things. There is desire, there is anger, there is greed. All such things should be condemned totally because it is the against path. If you want to lit matchstick, you should not dip into the ocean. Because the fire is the against nature of water. So the thing is, if we want to get success in this path, we have to live these tendencies, and these are really lower tendencies. These are animal tendencies in us. 2 days back, you have heard what happened in Kerala. Really, we feel ashamed to claim ourselves as human beings. So much cruel people can be. Abhimana dambha adikam tyajyam. And for that, staying in truthfulness, speaking the truth, is a very, very important thing. Maintaining truthfulness not only outside, even in inside. Sometimes we cheat ourselves. Sometimes we cheat ourselves. Because sometimes in failure, we start thinking, if it was like that, then we go into the world of imagination. If I were like this, like this, like this. Really, we speak lies to us sometimes. Ask yourself. That also should be stopped. Not only truthfulness outside, truth should be our basic dharma. Truthfulness is the actuality of any religion, not religion, righteousness, dharma. मन और मुंह को एक करना पड़ेगा. Our mind and speech should be one, should be aligned in one straight line. We, in practical life, we think something else, but we express something different. We speak something differently, and we act something abruptly different, assuming nobody is seeing, nobody is observing me. साधक चाहे साधु हो या गृही हो, the spiritual practitioner may be a monk, may be a brahmachari, may be householder, there should be truthfulness. There should be truthfulness. Now, one thing, Purusha Vachanam Navadanam. In Sanskrit, it is there. Apriya Satya nahi bolna. In English, I am doing literal translation. Then you will find the confusion here. That harsh truth should not be spoken. It is not used to accept it as literal meaning. Truth should not be spoken in a harsh manner. It is the actual meaning. Satya jitna bhi ruda ho, उसको मीठा से बोलो. Satyam vada, priyam vada. Taitiri Upanishad, our Veda says. Through the same mouth, we can utter some scolding word, bad words. Through the same mouth, we take the holy names of Rama, Krishna. So any truth, if it is really bare truth, naked truth, we should understand that to whom should I am talking. When a teacher speaks to his or her students, her attitude or his attitude will be different. When the same teacher will talk to his or her own teacher, the attitude should be different. Here, apriya satya navadanam means the question of attitude while speaking. There should be softness, humbleness, humanity, humility in our every attitude. There should be compassion. There should be love inside. And householders should learn how to talk to the spirit. Okay, leave it. So the thing is, we should condemn what is not non-conducive for our spiritual life. We should acquire. Like Swami Vivekananda told that always never criticize the Westerners. Try to take the good things of them and try to assimilate in you and enrich your culture. The self-discipline, the self-confidence to rationality, logical lifestyle, independent lifestyle, planning properly and always striving to execute that plan in time. Those are the basic quality and equality. We speak in Veda, the whole Veda is talking about equality, 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 but in our real life, we see very least amount of equality. So one of our acharyas, I have heard from him, that we preach the basic theory of equality is in Veda, but the practical applications are in the West. So we have to acquire, if anything good is there even in my enemy, there should not be any enemy. If I think, then also the good thing should be learned from him or her. Sutra 65. Tadarpita akhilacharaha. Tadarpita akhilacharaha. San kama krodha अभिमान आदिकम काम क्रोध अभिमान आदिकम तस्मिन् एव करणीयम् तस्मिन् एव करणीयम्. So I will chant properly what is written in the sutra. तदर्पिताखिलाचार संक्राम क्रोधाभिमानादिकं तस्मिन्नेव करणीयम्. Should I chant once again? तदर्पिताखिलाचार संक्राम क्रोधाभिमानादिकं तस्मिन्नेव करणीयम्. तदर्पित अखिलाचारः सन् काम क्रोध अभिमान आदिकं तस्मिन् एव करणीयम्. So first tadarpita akhilachara. Akhilachara tadarpita. Offer everything else, all your conducts, the whole life, all your conducts, surrender, offer. Tadarpita akhilachara. Son, after offering that, what should we do? Kama, Krodha, Abhimana, Adikam. The lustful desire, anger, self-pride, etc., etc., etc. Tasmin eva karaniyam. If we want to be desirous, be desirous to the Supreme Being or Supreme Love. If you want to be angry, express your anger to him or her. Means akhilacharaha tadarpita. Akhilacharaha tadarpita. Offer all your conducts to him or her. So, what are desire, anger, greed? According to spiritual science and now the modern psychology also says that those are nothing but the thoughts, manavritti. Those are all thoughts, the mental ripples. Then what is yesterday we were talking about? That we have to direct it towards love. We have to direct it towards love. Everything else we have to direct towards the path of spirituality. The thing is, we become desirous and we don't get it. What we dislike, they follow me, or follow us. This is the reality. What we desire, what we like, what we love, that runs faster than me. We always run after all those things throughout our life. And whatever we don't like, they follow me, follow us. This is the reality of life. Why these are different issues? But whenever we don't get anything else, we become very happy to blame others. We are not ready to accept, to take all the responsibility on our shoulder. We take not responsibility, we claim I am the responsible person for the success. Yes, it may be true or may not be true. But whenever any failure comes, you will find nobody else. Nobody are ready to take the responsibility. Yes, it was my fault. Because of me it happens. Very less people will get it. Spiritual life, the path of love teaches us truthfulness and taking the responsibility. It enriches the power of taking the responsibility. Yes, I am. Then only we can live a complaint-free life. And then only we can slow down our anger, slow down our greed, slow down our delusion, slow down our self-pride. Slow down we can our jealousy that my neighbors, my friends, out of a lot of effort, they are getting success. I'm doing nothing or doing something or doing everything, yet I'm not getting successful. So we are being jealous. The sutra is negating that, condemning that. If it comes, that sutra guides us, that directed towards the supreme love, directed towards the Lord. Sri Ramakrishna used to pray, Ma eine tor bhalo, eine tor mondo, eine tor sada, eine tor kalo, amay shuddha bhakti. So Ramakrishna told, O Mother Kali, take good, take bad, take my anger, take my desire, everything else. Give me pure love, pure devotion. Once he explained or told, expressed, that really it was not my prayer only. I really given up. I really offered. I really left. But I never left Satya, the truth. And that is why he could really live to keep his truthfulness. Take my good and bad means take my good and bad. In our life, we know Even we cheat with the Lord. What we promised from the womb of our mother, when we were suffering into this, when we prayed to Lord, please release me, I will be obliged to you throughout my life. I will take smaranam to you. But we forgot. We did not keep our truth. We did not keep our promise. Sri Ramakrishna or any great personalities, our Gurudev, our Guruji, all other Ramana Maharshi, Ramaswamy, if you read their life, you can understand the truthfulness is the basis of their spiritual life. Truth was the platform of their very life. Truth and truthfulness. Sutra 66. So, what we studied today till now, that what we have to discipline our mind for my spiritual life, for my spiritual success, for my own happiness, everlasting happiness, permanent happiness. We have to discipline our mind. We have to discipline our mind to maintain peace and happiness in the family. We have to discipline our mind to maintain peace, our society. We have to discipline our mind to maintain peace, to establish peace throughout the world, throughout the universe. What about the problematic situation we are going through? This is because of the indisciplined mind. If we become disciplined, again everything will be correct. Then what we will do with that disciplined mind? We have to direct it toward the goal. Then only the success of disciplining of mind. Otherwise, it is not possible. Because maximum time you will find the great artists, they may be sitarist, vocalist. Whenever you will listen to their music, you will find they are in the ecstasy, we are in the ecstasy, really. But in the personal life, they are in their personal life, they have no others. So the thing, why? And what is the effect of that? What is the effect of that? That they can't maintain their life. They can't maintain that ecstatic moment. They can't maintain their spirituality, their ideals and ideologies. Because they don't know how to direct it. their whole life. So after disciplining the mind, we have to direct it. There should be a higher goal. तपस्या साधन जीवन की लक्ष्य नहीं हो सकती. Doing penance or doing only spiritual practices, disciplining mind, controlling mind, is not the aim of our life. We have to do something else to that. That we learn. Now 66. Trirupa Bhanga Purvakam Nitya Dasa Nitya Kantatmakam Va Nitya Dasa Nitya Kantatmakam Va Prema eva karyam iti. Again answer. Trirupa bhanga purvakam nitya dasa nitya kantatmakam va prema eva karyam iti. Prema eva karyam has been uttered twice. Repetition of word means Acharya tried to mean something else. Trirupa bhanga purvakam. In this way, three types of Gauni Bhakti को अतिक्रम करके, having crossed over the three types of systematic devotion, scriptural devotion, what happens after crossing over? Nitya Das, Nitya Kanta, Nitya Kantatmaka Ba. Always in a service mode, that I am the servant. So servant mode will be there, and Kanta Bhava. In Indian culture, the married women are considered the most auspicious one. And it is considered her only duty, her only God is her husband. Serving her husband is her main duty. We have seen Sita Mata's life, how she did. Don't compare with and don't raise any question, any socialist question, any rational question. Okay? I'm talking from the very core level of our culture, that Pativrata Sati is worshipped by the whole society, whole world. If any wife serves her husband with a whole heart, the whole universe worships her. Even gods and goddesses praise her, worship her. So here these are the allegory. Allegory means it is indicating something else. Prema eva karyam, prema eva karyam. To indicate this, all those things are there. That love, prema, love is our only motive. We should have to be single pointed as the real servant, dedicated servant. Behaves like dedicated dog towards his or her master. सती नारी का पति के ऊपर कान, माँ की संतान के ऊपर कान और व्यवसायी का व्यवसाय के ऊपर कान, तीन एक होने से भगवान लाल होते, ऐसे कहा गया that as an honest wife single pointedly love her husband alone, as a mother loves her kids single pointed, as a businessman loves his or her business single pointed. That single pointedness is required. Prema eva karya. And single pointedness is love. Towards love. In second class, I mentioned that if our Veda has mentioned a lot of things about Brahman, but failed, then the Veda started, the path of rejection, neti neti, that what is not Brahman. If we know it, then Brahman is self-effulgent. Brahman will be expressed to ourselves. But Bhakti Acharyas has mentioned it in one word. Brahman Prem Swarup. The Brahman, whole world, the whole universe is nothing but love alone. So love is our goal. Love is our path. Prema eva karyam. Prema eva karyam. That is why this repetition. In 56th number, what? Tribhanga. Trirupa Bhanga. We discussed three types of devotees, three types of lovers. Actually, 6 kinds we defined. One was Sattviki, Rajasi, and Tamasi. Purest form. Then Rajasi, little bit activeness, and Tamasic, little bit animal-like or little bit inert-like. Sattviki, Rajasi, and Tamasi. And another 3 we discussed, which has no connection with that, which is Artha, Jignasu, and Artharthi. And here we found a difference between Gita's explanation and here. Here Narada Ji is told that first one was better or is better than the second one. Means Sattviki Bhakti is better than Rajasic Bhakti. Rajasic Bhakti is far, far better than Tamasic Bhakti. Then here we found that Artha Bhakta, who is very here, Artha means who are always feeling humble, that even a rich person may be there, that I am not rich, because all the wealth is given by him, it is his wealth. I am just gatekeeper, a protector of this, then also apparent, because he is the actual giver, he is the actual protector, he is the actual destroyer. Who is having that sort of knowledge? Here, Artha means like that. So, Artha Bhakta is far, far better than Jignasu. Jignasu is very curious, he always wants to know about the logic and rationality and always. So, is there any science? Is there any science? There is a famous quotation, of a scientist. The science they know in better way. They never doubt in the existence of God. Today we are having a lot of connection problem over here. So, how our sadhana will be? Our sadhana will be dasya bhava. As a servant is very much obliged, very much humble, very much honest, and always ready to take the orders and happy, not nowadays servant, actuality of the servant. What about his master gives him, is happy is in that dasya bhava attitude is the actual attitude of a sadhaka, and as an honest, loving, compassionate, single-pointed wife loves only her husband and serves him single-pointedly. Our love towards the Lord should be like that. Should be like that. Should be like that. Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahisha go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasya shalini deshoyam क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय आविराविर्मयेधि ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम्।
Hari
Hari Om.
Hari Om to everyone else.
Hari Om.
Hari
Hari
Om,
Om.
Swamiji.
Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
For your blissful day, happy day, nice day.
Thank you, Swamiji. Same to you.
We will
Hari Om, Swamiji.
And today is
Hari
a
Om.
very auspicious day, Purnima, Ashadi Purnima. This is Snan Yatra of Bhagwan Jagannath Dev. So, in that auspicious day, we should pray for the whole universe. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Swamiji.